Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am finally back in this game after so many weeks later because of this whole entire tedious process of doing. Well, I'll explain more details on that in a moment. So anyway, it is I am, the one and only Tiana here from the likes of the Mexi Toys videos here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of WarioWare Touched for the Nintendo DS. So last time we did somehow manage to able to show you guys some missing microgames for certain categories. I think we did somewhat show off certain microgames from the likes of Wario Stage, and also Jimmy T, and Mona, Katanana, and finally the forms of Mike. So today, for this video, is the fact that we're going to be taking on the forms of one of those remix tower levels. So first off we have is the forms of Monster Megamix. So yeah, just like the forms of how it does in the previous WarioWare games, that basically though, we need to able to go for a serious amount of those microgames, and basically though, is the fact that we need to reach a certain amount of score until you're able to actually unlock something new. Like, for instance, the first tower of the lineup, as I said before, is Monster Megamix, where basically though, everything else is a pretty standard stuff when it comes to likely go for a serious amount of microgames here and there, even though it's all randomized. So, and I honestly have no idea what the heck I was doing here. So anyway though, but I think you start the actual the tower off within like 4 lives. So as a result, again, if you fail the micro game, then basically you lose 1 life. But if you lose all 4 of your lives, then obviously you're gonna have to try again. And because of this though, as you can tell, we do need to beat a certain amount of score until you're able to progress. Like for instance, in Monster Megamix, basically we do need to able to get up to like, let's just say 25 points in order to able to actually make our way to the next tower. So in some cases though, yeah, similar to the forms within the previous games, that you do need a certain amount of scores. Well, exponentially speaking and stuff like that. So, anywho. So yeah, a few things I want to explain while this is happening is the fact that today's day is of course the 19th of December today, in this case in 2022 today, and generally speaking, only 6 more days to go until Christmas is about to approach. So, still excited about this, and I'm sure most people already become excited about this as well, and also because about the fact that, well, I think... Sorry, I have to do that microphone micro minigame, as you can tell. So... Oh, wait. That was quite a close one, exponentially. So, anyway. So yeah, because of this though, I think we've only just got about 13 days left now until 2023 is about to approach. So... And also I should probably also mention is the fact that, relatively speaking, that remember when I mentioned this before about the fact that, yeah, we did somehow manage to able to get ourselves some new characters from the likes of in Sonic Forces Speed Battle, where basically it does manage to contain, of course, 2 different characters based off from the new Netflix series that just, you know, recently came out ever since about I would say 4 days ago now, and that's what appears to be by the forms of Sonic Prime. So, for instance, I actually stumbled across, not only, you know, 9, because I can definitely tell why that, 9 was on there, because it's almost like an alternate version of the, one of those, scattered dimension of, Tails. Like, usually he got, like, well, as far as 9 is concerned, he kind of reminds me of the forms of Dr. Octavia, or Octavius from the likes of in Spider-Man 1, no, Spider-Man 2, and also Spider-Man No Way Home. And because of that, because it does have kind of a similar design, except the fact that, well, it does have 7 steel tails and 2 normal tails. So, yeah, everything else pretty much stands out to me. So, I failed on that, but that's okay, because I think we did somehow reach a certain amount of points, as far as I'm concerned. But either way, though, and also, if you somehow manage to stumble across a level up, this means you now moved on to level 2 variation of, well, certain, microgames. I should probably also mention about this as well, the only microgames that you don't come across into in these towers this time around is the fact that there aren't any boss microgames to be found in one of those, you know, microgame mayhem tower levels. So, Because unlike any forms of how it does it since the beginning, which is of course WarioWare Inc. Minigame Mania, where basically they do include one of those towers that you get out able to force to play. Yeah, sorry about that, have to deal with the microphone again. So, anyway, because in WarioWare Inc. Minigame Mania, they're one of those towers you do need to do with like 3 of those. Oh no, sorry, all of those boss microgames basically. Oh, so many mic game. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Okay then, is that be enough for micro games now? I mean, surely I've actually stumbled across 3 in a row so far anyway. So anyway, so let's just give this guy a scrub. So anyway, another thing I would like to mention is the fact that, relatively speaking, that there's another character introduced in the forms of Sonic Forces Speed Battle based off from Sonic Prime, and that's what appears to be buddy forms of, well, let's just say Rusty Rose, which is essentially a robotic version of Amy Rose, basically. So, as a result, for those who have not seen the actual series yet, you should definitely still recommend it. Although, sure, it does have this little quick animation stuff sometimes, you know, with all these most Netflix shows nowadays attempt to do it, because obviously they don't have like a highest budget, but for its time though, Sonic Prime still looks really good in my opinion, especially considering how the fact that I can honestly manage able to enjoy myself with Sonic Prime, dang it, than the likes of the forms of how it does it in Kung Fu Panda, The Dragon Knight. I don't know about you, because I'm pretty sure it's the fact that, well, I might be biased, I guess. Dang it. Oh well. But luckily though, we've actually got enough points, so that way we can move on to the next tower. So, once again we meet up with the forms of the actual teddy bear, and also we got something that's very rewarding for doing so, by reaching, I don't know how many points I do somehow need to get for reaching that point, but either way though, it looks like we stumbled across a white teddy this time. Wait a minute, has she come back from the dead? Nah, that can't be, because obviously she doesn't wear center outfits or anything else like that, but here we have Hardcore Mix, which is essentially, it's without doubt the hardest tower in the game, in my honest opinion, mainly because of that one specific thing you have to deal with. Although, first of all, 15 points in order to be able to pass, well, I'll accept it. So, anyway, what makes this tower is a little bit difficult compared to the first tower is that, well, you only get 1 heart to do this, and because of that, I'm pretty sure every single micro games are all level 3 variants, so I'm pretty sure that might be seems the case or something? Well, mind you, it has been a very long time since I actually last, you know, finally come back to this game after, you know, a couple of weeks delay and all that stuff, so I apologize if I somehow managed able to get caught off guard by certain distractions here and there. Oh wait, are these micro games all level 2 variants or something? Well, again, it's so hard to tell because again, it's been such a very long time since I actually just came back into this, as you know. But also though is the fact that eventually though, by that time until this first day roll around, I'm pretty sure both Mighty and Ray will hopefully finishing up with their Let's Play of Super Mario Bros. 3. And hopefully though, once those Let's Plays have been done, both Super Mario Bros. 3 and WarioWare Touched, we will take a break for a while, because let me tell you, this entire process of this recording session of most of those capture footage we ever got, just sometimes takes forever sometimes, especially that, well, as far as processing is concerned, it just feels kind of slow this year to me though. I mean, I get it because about the fact that after all, we've already experienced the actual holiday vacation. There we go. I have to blow the mic again, so yeah, I apologize for that. So anywho, because obviously we've experienced the holiday trips twice this year, so in some cases though, yeah, we did somehow manage able to experience both Cyprus and the actual hotel in the UK, and sure enough, it still is a great time as a result, especially consists about the fact that, well, it's nice for me to be able to actually get back into the forms of the holiday on abroad ever since in, well, let's just say 2017 or something, because, well, that was the last time we ever gone on abroad during that time, so... Anyway, so... Yeah, there's not much else to say about the forms of hardcore remakes. It's basically you have to go through, you know, do this entire endurance run for this entire tower with only 1 unit of health, and then if you failed once, you have to start all over again. At least if you're trying to able to go for the points requirement for able to progress, so... But yeah, everything else all come together for all that. Well, getting close towards the end kind of situation. But, I suppose I should probably also mention about the forms of one of those other news I would like to mention, but I'll save that whenever we get to the third and final tower, so... But, yeah, I apologize that particular commentary segment gets a bit... kind of awkward because, well, unfortunately though, we actually come across into our computer lag again because it's so inconsistent, I'm telling you. Which, it kind of does the same thing when Sonic has to pull up through for the sake of whenever when he finishes up, you know, Super Metroid, so... Oh well, we did somehow failed, but at least we got enough points, so that way we can move on to, let's just say, the final, tower level, which might be something a little bit more hardcore, like, I don't know what you would call it, but either way. So it looks like this might be the last time we're going to be seeing Dribble and Spit's taxi driver, and it looks like we've meet up with the yellow teddy bear this time. So in some cases though, here we have ourselves Gnarly Mix, which is essentially, I think everything else on this this tower is going to be all speeding up. So because of that though, it will be sped up in almost every way. So either way though, I'll accept this challenge and, well, wish me luck I guess, especially because I do definitely need it. So, anyway, let's get this thing to it, and oh my god, it already speeds up a lot, so it feels like, gotta go fast, routine. So, anyway, so, yeah, aside from all that stuff though, I would have liked able to mention something related to that other stuff worth noting for, but I think I should probably wait until whenever I get to like certain micro games that it doesn't utilize microphone a lot. So anyways, let's go ahead and raise up the actual chalkboard and just create a match with flames. And keep on tapping the filter pen. Oh god, it's going a lot faster. And that was actually a close one. There we go, accomplished that. Oh wait. At least it doesn't take me that long to able to, you know, dang it, you know, get to that certain point, so... And I think in order to able to get something rewarding, we need to aim for about 20 points, so... That's saying something, so... I went too slow. Okay, so at least I've done that. And time to grab the candy, even though we've reached a higher amount of points now, so we'll just fail. And that pretty much does it for every tower levels, so... Yeah, there's only 3 of them, so as a result, there's nothing else to it, I suppose. So, anyways, let's get to the forms of that last conversation by this point today. About the fact the matter is, though, is that both Sephiroth and Kyoza Amiibo is probably going to get its release date, and it's releasing until next month, which appears to be January the 13th of 2023. Yes, around the same day as in not only Dragon Ball Z Kakarot for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X physical releases, but also SpongeBob crossover special called The Title Zone. So, yeah, 3 major releases, or technically 4 or 5, depending on certain stimulations, that we somehow managed able to get ginormous releases in the 13th of January. So, yeah, that'd be exciting. Now, as far as Pyro and Mithra figures, as far as I'm concerned, I'm thinking they might as well able to say it will be coming until 2023. But as we said this countless amount of times already, that's we only got one more lineup of amiibos of Super Smash Bros. Lineup left, and that's what appears to be none other than Sora himself from the Kingdom Hearts games. But we don't know exactly for surely just yet though, just because it's all depending on the forms of, well, how should I put it? It might be depending on Disney's subject, so... But we shall see what happens in the future. So in some cases though, yeah, as you can see, we actually did somehow manage to able to get something rewarding. And by the way, I did manage to able to get every single micro games on my own time. So that way I've managed to able to actually access to Poro T, which is basically, it's just basically, you know, the usual Poro bird type of game, like birds and beans type of game. But I think I should probably save that conversation until whenever we get to like the final video for WarioWare Touched, as far as I'm aware. So anyway, so it looks like we pretty much completed every single level for the sake of WarioWare Touched, and yeah, it's overall relatively quick as far as this is concerned, and we'll probably get out able to play certain toys in the actual toy room, so we'll able to actually show those off for last for the sake of the forms of, well, the finale video for WarioWare Touched. So, but anyways though, I think, relatively speaking though, I think that's as far as I can talk about. In terms of the forms of like news, updates, or anything else to be more specific, I mean, let me tell you, 2023 is going to be quite exciting, all things considered, especially considering how, you know what I mean, how much hype I was going to be thinking about it. So anyways though, what I'm going to do is that I'll play certain micro games on my own time for a bit, get every single like gold crowns and every single red flowers in each micro game. Because of this, we got the endings off here, so join me next time for more of Let's Play of WarioWare Touched. That is the fact that we'll show off every single toys of how this game offers us to, and exponentially we're able to finish up the game for reals. So see you guys until on Wednesday. Later fellas.